Hey, this is Mr. Thornton here, and I'm here to help you with your Delta Math homework. We're going to be looking at Delta Math, axis of symmetry, and vertex algebraically. And here we go. It's not as hard as it looks. Okay, so the problem is, find the coordinate of the vertex of the following parabola algebraically. And here it is, y equals x squared minus 4x plus 3. Now remember, when we've gone over the quadratic formula, we've got an a, B, and C. Okay, so our A here is 1. Anytime there's an x by itself, you just assume there's a 1 beside it. Okay, so A equals 1. Our B is negative 4, and our C is 3. Now our formula for finding the x-coordinate of a vertex is negative B divided by 2 times A. Okay, so now we just substitute. All right. Our B is negative 4, so we plug it into the formula. Our A is 1, if you can see that. Okay, that equals 4 over 2, and it equals 2. So our x-coordinate is 2. Okay, and then we go ahead and draw our parentheses here. We put our x-coordinate in. Now we got to find our y-coordinate for the vertex. To find our y-coordinate, we plug our x-coordinate, which is 2, into our equation. Okay, so you plug it into this equation. So we just plug 2 in. 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 3 equals 4 minus 8 plus 3, and y equals negative 1. So our vertex is 2, negative 1. See how simple that is? All right, let's try another one. All right, if you want to pause the video here and try to solve this problem for yourself, it'd be great. I'll give you a second to pause. All right, now we're back. All right, so we're going to solve this algebraically. We're going to find a vertex. All right, so to find first of all, we've got our A, which is negative 2, our B, which is 8, and our C, which is negative 5. Okay. So to find the x-coordinate, we use our x-coordinate vertex formula, which is negative b over 2a. All right, so we plug in our b here, which is 8, and we plug in our a, which is negative 2. That gives us negative 8 over negative 4, which makes 2 our x-coordinate of the vertex. So we go ahead and put our 2 in there. Okay, now we got to find our y. To find our y-coordinate, we plug our x-coordinate, which is 2, into our equation up here. Okay? So negative 2 times 2 squared plus 8 times 2 minus 5. Negative 2 times 4 plus 11 minus 5. Negative 8 plus 16 minus 5. Negative 8 plus 11. And our y-coordinate is going to be 3. And then we just plug it into our vertex. So our x-coordinate is 2, and our y-coordinate is 3. Hopefully that's pretty simple. Now we're going to do one that's a little bit tricky, but not as bad as it looks. And you'll see this on your Delta Math. Now we've got a problem. They want us to find the coordinate of the vertex again, following the parabola algebraically. But now there's no b in here, if you'll notice. There's no b part of our equation. So what we'll do, it's a little different, so we can write it this way. Y equals negative x squared plus 0x, so just like if we had a b in there, and then our minus 9. So our a is negative 1, so if you've got an x by itself, you just assume there's a 1 there. So a equals negative 1. Our b is 0, and our c is negative 9. Now to find our vertex, we've got to find our x-coordinate, and our formula for that is negative b over 2a. So we plug our b into the formula, 0, and we plug our a into the formula, which was negative 1. That gives us 0 over negative 2, which is 0. So our x-coordinate is 0. And we put our 0 in there. Now we're going to plug our x-coordinate, or 0, in for x into this equation. Okay, so it's negative 0 squared minus 9. Negative 0 squared is 0. minus 9, and our y-coordinate is going to be negative 9. So our vertex is 0, negative 9. Okay, hopefully that's not too bad. All right, now they're going to ask you to define your axis of symmetry, and I'm going to use an older sheet that I had from another previous homework to kind of explain this. But basically all we're doing when you're finding the axis of symmetry is finding your x-coordinate and making that into an equation, okay? So in this parabola right here, our vertex, our x-coordinate of the vertex is 2, okay? So our axis of symmetry is going to be line on the x-coordinate of 2, just like this, okay? And we just make it into a linear equation, which is x equals 2. That is our axis of symmetry. Some people just want to make that a point and want to put 2 in. That's not the answer because they're looking for a line. And a line has an equal sign, so it's x equals 2. Hopefully that helps, and good luck on your homework. Thanks.